Hi, this is Dr. Sammons with Sozo Wellness in Elizabethton, and today we're going to be talking about EVOX. EVOX is perception reframing. It's a program that we have here that also utilizes frequencies. And if you have done Zyto with us in the past, you know how Zyto utilizes frequencies that we give you through a hand cradle, and then we register your response. The EVOX is very similar, except it's using frequencies that are coming from your voice, and you're speaking, and the frequencies are mapped out on the computer screen, and we're able to see the emotions that are connected to what you speak about. It could be an event, it could be a trauma, it could be a person. And through this process, we're able to give you back a homeopathic homochord of the emotions that are showing out of balance. And this is a very powerful tool. The reason that we like to do EVOX on people is because what we have found is every disease process, every sickness, every illness is always can be traced back to an emotional trauma in someone's life. Okay, and we're going to talk today. I just want to give you a testimony, or let someone share a testimony that just did an EVOX session with us. And so we have Miss Katherine here today, and I'm going to let her take the microphone and just share with you, because she said something very powerful, and it's a statement that we've heard many times in the past about what EVOX does. And I'm going to let her share with you. So, Miss Katherine?
This session was amazing. It brought up some things that I didn't even know were lurking in the background. I felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest when you were describing the different areas that I had problems with, and I was like, oh my gosh, I never looked at it that way. But we went through and did the procedure, and when we were finished, I still felt like I had an elephant on my back, on my chest, but within a few minutes it started lifting up, and now I feel very light and very, very at peace. But it gave me a different point of view, because now I can start looking at things that maybe I was going, oh, this was my deficiency, and I was so bad at this, and I had all these problems, but I can trace it back to a pattern that I learned my whole life. And now, recognizing that pattern, I can adjust my thinking when those kind of things come up. It was definitely a paradigm shift.
So one of the things you said that was so powerful that we hear is you shared that you had done counseling when you were in your 20s, but you said in one EVOX session, remember that statement you made? Tell them that statement.
Okay, so I have done counseling since my 20s, not during my 20s, but since my 20s, and I'm in my upper 60s now. And this session went right to a spot that I didn't even know was there, and it cleared it up, and it just changed my way of thinking, changed my thought pattern, because now I can look at it differently. And when you're in counseling, they never got there. They never got there.
So we got there in one session, okay? Yep. And this was over 40 years of counseling, and that's something that we hear frequently. So if there's been a trauma or an event, or some people use EVOX if they are sports minded and maybe they are off in their game. I mean, there's so many ways you can use EVOX. If you've had a death of a loved one, many things that you can EVOX for. But we just wanted to share this testimony, and we thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more. Go ahead.
I definitely feel a clearing.
Okay.
Definitely. I feel lighter, and I feel like that elephant's off my chest.
That's the most common response that we hear from people, is they feel lighter after they do the EVOX. If they feel like they've had a weight lifted off their shoulder, and that saying is heard multiple times. So thanks for tuning in, and you guys have a great day.